Welcome to Pauper Set, where we play paper, pauper decks,
and we only talk about Pauper. Like, subscribe, and share. Help us out. You know, that goes a long way, more than you know. I mean, you know, if you guys want to suggest that we call ourselves something like the Common Ground, you know, you can comment that, and I might take that into consideration. I don't know, I'm just messing with you. But we're reviewing Homelands now.
Yeah, and give us a like, share, and subscribe if you can. That would be great.
I had to go do some video editing work for the week in Roanoke, so I couldn't do anything relatable to the channel. I had to just work. I was learning Final Cut Pro, and that was no fun. But
alright, let's get into this. So there's 19 cards in Homelands that are Pauper legal. So we're going to start
19?
19.
Alright.
Yeah. So we're going to start off with some red. Ambush Party 5. It's a creature, an ambush party. It's so a 3/1 with first strike, can attack the turn it comes. All right, with haste. So it's a 3/1 first strike haste for 5.
Not playable.
No. Anaba Bodyguard, it costs 3 and a red. It's a 2/3 first strike bodyguard. For 4.
Not playable.
No. Anaba Shaman, it costs 4. It's a 2/2 summon Minotaur. 1 red and tap, and it deals 1 damage to target creature or player.
Well, all these tribal creatures could be neat together, so, but otherwise they're not playable.
Asen Bureaucrats, 1 and a white. It's a 1/1 bureaucrat. Target creature with power no greater than 2. Not really.
Yeah, it's like a Master Dickhole, except not really.
Carapace, 1 green and creature enchantment. Target creature gets +0/+2, and for free you can sacrifice Carapace to regenerate creature that it enchants.
I'm falling asleep here, and I have a headache at the same time. I didn't think that was possible.
Well, I mean, it's not that confusing, but it's not. No, it's not Pauper playable.
No.
As I can remember, there weren't too many from this set.
Well, we reviewed this set, and then YouTube ate our review, so we're redoing the review. We're re-reviewing the set.
We're re-reviewing.
We're re-re's right now. Anyway.
Yeah,
continue.
it's like Rihanna fans. Anyways, Cemetery Gate. 2 and a black. It's a 0/5 protection from black.
Not playable.
Clockwork Swarm. It's an artifact creature that costs 4 colorless. It's a 0/3. Cannot be blocked by walls. When Clockwork Swarm comes into play, put 4 +1/+0 counters on it. At the end of any combat in which Clockwork Swarm attacked or blocked, or remove one of those counters, and then X and tap, put X +1/+0 counters on it. You may have no more than 4 of these counters on Clockwork Swarm. Use this ability only during your upkeep.
That's just annoying and weird and not playable.
Yeah. Dry Spell. 1 and a black sorcery. It deals 1 damage to each creature and player. I mean,
it's like nausea.
It's okay, maybe for like sideboard.
Yeah, it's a sideboard.
You're playing
card.
elves or something, you'll get lucky.
Or Delver.
Ebony Rhino. It's an 4/5 trample artifact creature that costs 7. Nope.
Oh, maybe they could reprint that for modern
the
Horizons. That would be a great reprint card for their, the commons for modern Horizons.
The artwork's cool though.
Yeah.
All right.
No, seriously. I mean, it's been lackluster lately. Though a Sport Frog was a needed reprint, but I mean, can we get some better needed reprints, please, guys? I know you promised, or maybe Oubliette, so that would be great. And how about like Metamorphose? Because I'm like not gonna pay $20 for for each copy of one. I think $80 for 4 cards that are common or that were printed common once. I don't want to spend that much money. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's why I got into Pauper. It's supposed to be cheap.
That's why we all got into Pauper. Funeral March costs 3, 1 and 2 blacks. Creature enchantment. When target creature leaves play, that creature's controller sacrifices a creature he or she controls. Ignore this effect if that player controls no creatures.
How much for that?
3.
Player sacrifices a creature if they control a creature. I'm sorry, I was just a little distracted. Had a tow truck driving by like it was all important. I don't get that. When
target creature leaves play, that creature's controller sacrifices a creature he or she controls.
Yeah. That one's sort of playable, but not really Pauper playable. Like, I remember that one. Yeah, it's just weird. I mean, yeah, it's a good way to take out 2 creatures. Like, you can put it on like a 1/1 if you're playing against Bogles. Like, if they got the Cartouche Solidarity and they get their 1/1 token, then you can chant that. But I don't know. It might be a neat that could be a sideboard card too for Bogles. It's kind of like, it takes 2 out for an extra mana, which is neat. Especially with the chump guy to go ahead and sack. But now when your token leaves play, you got to get rid of something else. That's nasty.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's also not exciting
it's not totally
me.
Playable or exciting, but
it's not exciting me too much. But yeah, you're right, because someone could have like fucking 2 Ulamogs or some shit, and then it's like, bam. Hungry Mist costs 4. It's a 6/2. During your upkeep, pay 2 green or bury it.
Yeah, it's alright. I like it. It's kind of like that one, damn it, I can't remember the name of it. It came out around Khans of Tarkir. Karns of Tarkir. Anyway, it came out then. It was like a 6/1 hexproof or something like that. It's about the same, but I don't know. That'd be neat to brew with at best, I think. I don't think it would really be. It's not playable, but anyway, moving on.
Labyrinth Minotaur costs 4. It's a 1/4 Minotaur. Creatures Labyrinth Minotaur is assigned to block. Do not untap during their controller's next untap phase.
Yeah, not playable unless you're playing a Minotaur's deck, possibly then. But I ain't seen one of them in a long time.
Yeah. Alright. Summon Lizard costs 3. It's a 2/3. And then you pay 1 and a green, and it gets flying and -0, -1 until end of turn. No. Memory Lapse costs 2. It's an interrupt, counter target spell. Put that spell on top of its owner's library.
That's kind of neat. It's kind of like playing Chittering Rats. Like, hey, I'm going to take an extra turn. It effectively, it can be used as like an Ancestral Recall in Pauper. Now, you have to think about the mechanic of that, but if your opponent has only maybe one creature, one thing that they can play, and they've been mana flooded or mana drained or whatever, they don't have what they need, and they have one spell out of 6 that they can play or something, and you make them put that back on top of their library, and you've essentially
They know what they're going to draw now.
You get an extra turn. It's like you're taking an extra turn after you tell them that they can go, but they're not really getting a turn,
Which you got to make sure your opponent remembers that, because I played this guy in Tampa, and I played Chittering Rats, and he was like, okay, and then the next turn he tried to draw a card, and I was like, no, I just played Chittering Rats. He didn't have anything that changed that, you know what I mean? So, and then he's like, oh, what does Chittering Rat say?
Well, it sounds like you should have informed him also.
I did when I saw him fucking try to draw, sorry, I'm cursing.
He didn't have any cards in his hand?
No, I played Chittering Rats.
He had cards in his hand.
Yes, he had cards in his hand. He didn't put one on, no, I guess he did put one on. I don't know. I just remember him drawing a card at one point. Maybe it wasn't a chitter and rat situation, but they tried to draw a card where, like, I had played something where they weren't supposed to. Alright, this has gone on too long, but just make sure that people remember, you know, put that spell on top.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't really need to say that, because, like...
Alright.
It's
alright.
Oh,
What do we got next?
Alright, Rhodiothopter.
So far we got Memory Lapse possibly playable and Dry Spell possibly playable, like sideboard cards, or Memory Lapse could be main board. I'd call it playable. So maybe we got one playable card for this set so far, basically.
Rhodiothopter is a 1, costs 1, it's a 0/2 artifact creature flying. Pay 2, it gets +1 until end of turn. You cannot spend more than 4 mana this way each turn. Pauper 1, have a 2/2 flyer. Well, they pay 1 and then you would have to pay 4 more mana, so that's for 5.
Yeah, I used to have that card and play with it, and it's not Pauper playable, but yeah, it's weird.
Okay, Sarah Bestiary. For 2, enchant creature. During your upkeep, pay 2 white or bury it. Target creature cannot attack, block, or use any of the abilities that include tap in the activation cost.
Yeah, I like that card better when it was renamed Journey to Nowhere, and they didn't make you pay so much mana. Next,
Serrated Arrows.
that one is Pauper playable. And it is really the only solid. Well, yeah. Was that one on the bottom there?
Torture.
Shrink isn't Pauper playable, really. I mean, I guess you could use it against Gromag. That'd be kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically a fog. I mean, except fog's like better because it covers all the creatures.
What? Yeah, it's not basically a fog.
No, it's not. But anyway, it's just a combat trick, so you can trick your opponent, think that they got you, and then you throw that at them and kill their creature. Yeah.
And then Torture, no, it's not. So, yeah. Won't you end this video?
Thanks for watching the film, and I promise we'll start playing Magic on camera again very soon, and we're looking at getting a GoPro in the future, folks, so we'll have better quality videos coming up for you. Thanks so much for watching again. Please like, subscribe, and share, blah, 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 blah.
Comment some decks you'd like to see us play. Alright, peace out, guys.